Hello, thank you for tuning into another episode of Take 10 on Tuesday with the Tennessee Tribune. I'm Jason Luntz. Today I wanted to invite a close personal friend of mine who's doing some amazing things here in Nashville. I'm with Tammy Taylor of One Entity, a marketing and PR company located right here in Music City. Hi, how are you today?
Hey Jason, I'm great, and you?
I'm awesome, thanks. I was really excited to have a chance to sit down and talk to you because since I've been here, I've seen you do a lot of big things, and I know that you specialize in the music industry, but we have a lot of business people and a lot of nonprofits that watch this show, and they're always trying to figure out the best way to market and how to get the word out there. So I thought we could talk a little bit about how you got into marketing and PR, and then maybe we can talk a little bit about your suggestions on how to use all these tools we have nowadays.
Fantastic. Where do you want to start?
Okay. Well, first I want to start with One Entity.
Okay.
So like I said, it's based around music, but I know it's more to it. Can you tell us what inspired you to start the company and what exactly do you do?
One Entity is a company, came up with the slogan where all of your music industry needs are met, or where your industry needs are met. And we didn't want to get pigeonholed into one aspect of music. Whereas we specialize in marketing, PR, social media. If the call came and someone needed me to coordinate a live recording, I've done live recordings as far as handling logistics, setting up the venue, the equipment, the rehearsals, the entire conference planning. For about 15 years, I coordinated all of the musicals for Church of God in Christ for the music department.
Oh, okay.
So I've worked with conferences from Kojic to GMWA, Gospel Music Workshop of America, Edwin Hawkins Music and Arts Seminar. That's just a few of the conferences that I've been fortunate to work with. With logistics from logistics to planning special events for those conferences. So we've done that. We've been production assistant on some movies that were filmed here in Nashville. So if we get a call and if it is feasible, we make it happen. I get calls for artists that want background singers for a studio session. So we've coordinated singers for that. From the likes of recording with Michael McDonald to Mariah Carey to Donald Lawrence, Kurt Carr. So we don't limit it to just the marketing and PR, even though that's our specialty.
Okay.
So that's the reason why we came up with the name of One Entity. So we cater to what the client needs.
So you're a one-stop shop.
Very much so.
Okay, so a company can call you and you'll be like, look, we can get the word out there about the event, and we can also help plan the event, and we can also help get you all the people you need for the event.
Absolutely.
Wow, that's great.
Absolutely, because a lot of times, especially even with artists, they know they want to do a project, and a lot of times they do the project and then don't know what to do with it. So then they call on me, and that's one of the biggest mistakes that independent artists do is they record a project, put all their money into it, and have no thought for what it's going to take to manufacture, market, push that project out there. And so sometimes when they come to me, they want me to work, and make a miracle happen, but they don't have any money. So, it's a planning process as well,
Yeah. So you can help people plan?
Absolutely.
So from the start to finish, I come to you and I say, we're a group and we want to throw a showcase. So you can be like, help me find the venue. Help me find the production assistance I need for the venue, and help me let the public know about the event.
Absolutely. As well as suggest to you what media or what media you need to have there via radio, magazine, TV or whatever, and the best plan, the best strategy. Or if you're a band, say like your band wants to record and you're doing this showcase and you need some A&R reps to be there to see your band, you
work on that too.
We give you a strategy for what the outcome of the project that you want to do.
Oh, now so I want to just keep moving with this. When we talk about the media, that's very interesting. So you can help them decide, because some people when they're doing projects, they could waste their time chasing the wrong media. So you can let them know, let's just focus on this instead of trying to get everyone? Is it better to focus on a niche when it comes to media?
It depends on the person and the client. If it's an artist, sometimes you may have to do local, then do regional versus trying to jump out the bandwagon to do national.
Gotcha.
And you haven't built a local fan base. You haven't built any fan base.
Yes.
So sometimes you have to start with the bare essentials of what is your social media? What do you have in place for social media? Because a lot of people don't even realize the value of having social media.
Yes.
And so you build their social media up, and then you start getting them a fan base, and then you work on them locally, and then you start doing regions versus trying to attack it on this national global thing.
So a region would be like Southeast, or do we even go as small as these states in the South, or is that how you break down your regions? How do you look at the regions? And
it's several ways you can look at it. You look at it, if there's somebody that has had a single out and has had radio play, then you look at it from the perspective of let's get in the markets where you've already been and you've had some success.
Mm-hmm.
So we may have somebody that has had heavy tour dates or heavy concert dates in the South. So it just makes sense to start in the South first because that's where they've already had some success at. So we build on that so that they start this rumor mill, this buzz going. You're creating a buzz about the artist or the group or whatever as you start attacking other cities and other places.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
How important, you mentioned social media, but I'm also wondering how important is reaching out to bloggers, influential bloggers in different regions. Is that a part of your plan? Is that important yet? Or
Oh, absolutely. Because if you have the right bloggers who people always look at for content and look at to know what's going on, you definitely include those into the plan. Mm-hmm. Now, sometimes where people make a mistake, they want to go to the bloggers too early. So you got to look at, you map out a plan. And that's what I'm usually there for, to map you out a plan. And we may go to the bloggers at this month, and then the next month we may put you on the road. Or we may even do a showcase and invite just the bloggers to the showcase.
Yes.
So that they get your live experience, because it's nothing like a live experience. So you bring those bloggers in and they create a buzz, and people that are following them that you don't even have a clue about now know who you are.
Yes.
And now start, let me check into them. Let me Google them. Let me see what they got on YouTube.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's where the social media comes in.
Absolutely.
Yes. I tell a lot of people that I work with social media, sometimes we build their social media platforms, and they're always like, well, we're not getting a response from it. And I always feel social media is also important because that's what people look for once they discover you. They'll find you, then they look for your Twitter. And if they see that you only tweeted once in a year, then they're not going to be impressed. They want to see that you're putting content. So even if you haven't got any responses yet, those responses will come.
Right.
Is you got to just stay at it, because I know when I look at people, I look for that. I look up and down their Twitter. I'll go back months. I'll be like, if I see that they don't tweet that often, to me, I don't take them as serious.
Right. And it's like, why do I follow you? Because you're not talking about anything.
You got to be talking about something.
Right.
Yeah, and it takes a while. Now, this is how you've been doing music, and now you're going into movies. So entertainment is definitely your niche. But do you think the suggestions or how you do it can work for most businesses with products and services as well?
It depends. Absolutely. You could take marketing and market, not just music. It could be somebody with a dry cleaners that don't know how to reach their neighborhood, or they don't know how to let consumers know that they even have a business.
Yes.
So you could take marketing and put it in any field and make it work. Absolutely. So you may have a cake company.
Yes.
And you need me to come up with a plan to strategize with you on how to let the world know that you're here. First, the city you're in, the neighborhood you're in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that you're generating business. But if you don't have a plan, and that's the biggest downfall that a lot of businesses don't do. Some of the simple things they can do.
Just small little things.
Just small little things can make a significant impact.
Yes. Well, that's great. That's some great information. my last question I have to ask you, I ask everyone that comes on here. You know, Nashville is the it city. We hear a lot about it, even the national press. Everyone's looking at Nashville. How do you feel African Americans can play a part in the continuous growth, especially with business and with entertainment? And is there a place for us in Nashville?
Absolutely. I think the opportunities are always there. It's whether we choose to maximize or take advantage of the opportunities. I am. I don't want to say this and it's taken wrong. I'm not a racist at all, but I am definitely pro-black. And I do believe in supporting African American businesses when they handle their business.
That's important. That's important.
Yeah, because it's nothing more unfortunate when you go in to support somebody and they don't even have good customer service. You know, but that's a whole nother
interview.
That's a whole nother interview.
Get your business right first.
But yes, I think that it's so important that we support each other. Other nationalities have that down to a science.
Yeah.
And it's not about you thinking somebody is going to get over on you or get further than you. When we unite and support each other, that gives us a level of strength that we don't even realize that we have.
Yes. Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. I also see as Nashville growing, one thing I have seen, and it's predominantly African American, is the gospel scene.
Yeah.
And as that's blown up nationally, it seems like a lot of that set off from here, from Nashville.
Well, you know the Fifth Jubilee Singers are.
Yes.
And that was a major catalyst for gospel music all over the country as well as the world when they first started. So a lot of people don't even realize the history that we have here in gospel music. For many years, the focus was just on country, but you know, you got movies that are now coming here to record, then they're using local artists to enhance their movies versus, you know, which is giving a new vibe and another thread for the city, for musicians and singers and songwriters.
Wow.
But yeah, gospel music has always had a rich heritage here. You got Ambassador Dr. Bobby Jones started recording his shows here. Still does a lot of his series here. He has a series that he does at the Fontanelle.
Yeah.
As well as the series he tapes for Impact over at Mount Zion Antioch location.
Yeah.
So you have that's going on a monthly basis. You have a lot of concerts that come in town. You have a lot of artists that are national artists that are right here in the city.
Yes.
So, and a lot of artists are moving here because one, it's a great economic city to live in. It's for families or whatever, and everything that you need for recording is right here.
Right here. That's right.
It's right here.
That's
From
right.
studios to the technicians, everything.
You got it.
So it just makes sense,
That's right.
And we've had several music conferences here. Gospel Music Workshop America has been here twice.
Mm-hmm.
National Baptist come here, Sunday school, you name it. We've had music in many. IMAC is a music conference for independent artists, and the founder is from here, and he's had his conference here many years. Yeah.
Wow, Nashville, that's where it's at. It's blown up. Well, I really appreciate your time today. And I was just wondering if there's any way, if people want to get in contact with you, is there an email or any information you can give?
Sure. My website is oneentity.com. That's ONEENTITY.com. My email address is ttsn2music@oneentity.com. That's Tammy Taylor SN 2 music at One Entity. I'm on Twitter, One Entity. I'm on Social Cam, One Entity. I'm on Instagram, and that's One Entity TT. Facebook. I'm all over the place. So
doing it.
All you got to do, and my phone number is 615-876-9886. So I look forward to hearing from you, working with you, and just sharing my experience with you.
Oh, that's great. Thanks again. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Jason. This has been fun.
It's been fun, right?
Yeah.
We try to keep it light. I appreciate it. And once again, you've been tuning into Take 10 on Tuesday with the Tennessee Tribune. See you next time.